police garage. Here we are at the historic Route. Didn't know we were on Route 66. That's where I get my kicks, by the way. I didn't know we offered snacks. Look at that, full service, fluid, brakes, engine, snacks, Wi-Fi. I want snacks. I can't get one. Anyways, look what I found. That popped up. Well, I didn't find it. It showed up at the garage. Do you remember these? Oh man, it's obviously an old Chevy van. These are nice. Oh man, as a kid I dreamt about having one of these in this color too. Whew. Classical. This thing. They sound pretty good too. Let's just. Farm Dog Max likes it. Nice. Anyways, let's get her into the shop. So apparently I took her for a test drive. So what she needs, some clutch work and a gearbox. So we're gonna get this old classic up on the hoist here. I'm gonna pull the gearbox out of it and rebuild the clutch. Oh, Max is really excited about this. As you can see, it's pretty rusty. Let's get the starter off. Looks like an old school starter for sure. Drive shaft. Some good old dual exhaust. Whoop, and a rusty bolt. Get that out. All right, let's get back in here. Pretty simple. That's it. Not too complicated. These old cars, van actually. There we go. Yep, clutch plate looks pretty bad. Oh, gotta get the release bearing off first. This shouldn't take too long. Actually, I just want to show this and the clutch plate, of course. The rest of it, that's basically all he wanted. I have built an addition, or we're back to the addition. I mean, little story here. No, can't fix that. I restarted the game, and we're kind of back to where we were when we left off, more or less. I was on easy before, and it was just not simulated enough, shall we say. So I switched to normal, and it's a little bit more now. There's a little bit more testing involved. So we need a clutch plate and a pressure plate. And there's a gearbox. Yeah. Pretty pricey items. Yeah, so it was just you brought a car in and you knew exactly what it was needed right off the bat. It's like, okay, well, that could get pretty dull pretty quick. So now, for example, the other van, let's go have a quick look at it. Here we go. I just love these old vans. Anyways, so now we look at it, and it gives some stuff. That's list is provided, but car is hard to control, part not discovered. So poor brake. Okay, we got the brake list because I took it for a test drive too. The exhaust, don't know. We know that. We know that. Do not know that. So let's look under the hood. Oh, you can see most of the. Usually you couldn't. Anyways, so now what you have to do is go into examination mode where I might have seen. So now you're going through where basically you're physically checking each part now. Oh, outer tie rod, that popped up in red. If you're taking the look at the top left, And now when you look through there, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, there's some red. The red bits are the bad parts. Let's go through that. We know part of what that needs. So I'll go through the checking process. So nothing there. Now the rear suspension is pretty simple on these old vans. Not a whole lot going on there. You can check the exhaust. It's just like physically looking at it. It's like, oh, well, see, and we there we go. That middle muffler is probably bad. Anything red is going to be under. I think it's under 50%. See, the catalytic converter, we have to do a physical look-see on that. You can't, or actually go and take it off and check. See here, this part's red, so that's going to be a bad bit. Engine, I can go through like as in physically looking at all the stuff there. So far, everything's looking okay. It gives a percentage. Water pump, 73%. So is anything going to pop up here? Nothing yet. It all looks pretty good. Yeah. And so it's like, well, what about the battery? The fuses, we can check the outside of the fuse box. The cover's good. But, so if we get out of that, the radiator you can't check. You have to actually pull out or take a physically look at the radiator. And it looks clean, so it's probably good. I would say it is good because I know that. So here we go into multimeters. Now I've got all these testing equipment. Got a fuel pressure test. I'm just going to put the fuel pressure tester on there, and it will test the fuel pump and fuel filter, carburetor, and it'll give you a report at the end. So here we go. We're all above 50%. We're all in the good. Also, we have multimeter. Now, what that does is checks all the electronic components, starter, fuses, anything, your alternator, the relays, and your battery. So we're all good there too. And the last, not the last one, you got the compression tester. We might as well run through that. Basically, we'll check your engine internals, at least the important bits anyways. Gives you a pretty extensive list. There's the few, it won't tell you the caps, like the crank or the crank. It won't show you the crank either, but you'll have to look at those. Last but not least is the OBD. And so because this car is too old, van, it does not have an OBD port. All right, so what does it list for year on this? 1995. Maybe. Looks a little bit older than that. But I think the years are a little bit not quite right when they put the year on these things. So anyways, is this the same year? It's listed as a 95. Yeah, I guess. Anyways, back to it. Did I buy those? I think I bought them, didn't I? Yes, I did. See, there we go. Clutch plate goes on. Pressure plate. You'd think, you'd know how to fix a car after this. Of course, it's much more complicated than this. But it does give you a very good basic understanding of how a vehicle works. And I did not buy the gearbox. I thought I bought the gearbox. There we go. Bought it. The gearbox is pretty expensive. Oh, did I buy the wrong one? Oh man. I got a couple of couple of gearboxes I don't need. Oh man, that's gonna take a chunk of. Oh man, I'm gonna have to find a. I'm gonna have to find a vehicle to put those gearboxes in. Oh dear, there we go. Okay, let's get this drive shaft back on. That's the importance of checking your parts, making sure it's the right one you're putting on. Let's see here. That's it. We've fixed everything. What's our payout? $4,100. Not too bad. Bonuses, actually. That's why I kind of picked it. You got the, where is it? Bonus 25% tip, basically, on the credits on that one. Oh. I do like that part. I mean, you wouldn't want to give the car back without... come on, where's it? There it is. Put that starter back on. There we go. Wouldn't get very far without that. Okay, let's collect on that. There we go. Oops. Come on. Oh, yes. Our storyline project car. It's going to be... I think I showed it to you before. Let's move that into the... move the car. We got a car wash, so why don't we just go get it cleaned up, shall we? It's pretty filthy. There we go. Ooh, looks pretty rough too. All right. Not too bad though. Looks better now. And we can clean the interior. You don't get anything for it, but I thought it's pretty neat. Oh, it actually looks much nicer now. Let's move that back to parking number 3. Here we go. Now, I don't know if I showed this one. This one, he's trying to impress his girl, and he went a little off-roading with it, and he messed it up pretty good. It also has a bunch of repairs to the body panels and so forth, which we're going to need. Also, there's parts that are broken that we don't know what they are yet. Obviously, it's missing a bumper and lights and so forth. The radiator's busted up. It's missing a rim and a tire. We'll have to find that. This rim is pretty busted up too. The fender and the hood are broken. I think the windshield needs a windshield. So, yeah. Anyways, that's our project car. That's going to be something we're going to have to work on a little at a time. We're going to need a workbench and build that paint shop before we can finish that one off. Let's see here. Let's mark these. Brakes. Gonna need the brakes. exhaust, I think I have an idea. Clutch. Clutch and the gearbox. Oh, just a clutch. I bet you the gearbox is toast too. What do we do? Okay, let's thing up here. Everything's suspension, and everything up here looks pretty nice and clean. Old school with the fan. Looks like an old school V8 for sure. Nice. I like these old engines. All right, let's get it up in the air. Yeah, gonna need that. Oh yeah, see, look, the transmission is toast. Oh, looks like it's gonna need a hub. Yeah, got a few things it's going to need for sure. Exhaust. Mark that. We'll mark that. Get that off. And this exhaust piece. Whoa. Come on, over here. We're over here. Come on. There we go. Might as well get the starter out. And get this drive shaft off. And get the gearbox off. Get this bearing. Pressure plate. And I think that's it. The rest of it looks pretty good. We're not going to need to take that off. Everything else looks pretty decent under here. Nothing too obvious. Look at the gas tank. Fuel pump looks good. Oops. Let's get this tire off. Yeah. It's funny they had disc brakes on this back of this. Not something they usually came with. Usually drums on the back of these old vans. Get that off. Get that off. Let's see. Do we have... oh, we got lots of these. Might as well just do it up right now. Oh, I wonder if it'll make... I wonder if it'll accept that. Yeah, that one and that one. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, did it? Yeah, okay. Sometimes you can sneak in a part that's not quite 100%. It's going to need a little go-go juice. So we're starting to repair some parts again. We can do... oh, was there anything here that I needed to do? Oh, there's a bushing. Do we have one? Probably not. Nope. Okay, let's just... oops. Nope. I want to mark that one. Go into our store. No, I don't want to buy another one of those. Small rubber bushing. There we go. Come on, get back in there. There we go. Pop that back in there. There we go. Let's get this front tire taken off. Tie rod end can come off too. I should mark that. Can always go in. There's other ways to do that too. Do I have one? I might actually have one. Nope. Should have some brake pads though. We'll put some on. Oh, I don't have any more brake pads. Okay, well, it's time to buy stuff. Well, we've got it half apart. I'm going to continue taking off parts, actually. That's what I'm going to do. Assess, buy the parts I need, and we'll be back when it's time to put it together. It's kind of interesting, too. They got all different... They've got the Florida license plate on them. Some of them have. That's all over the U.S. U.S. Plates from all over. All right. Oh, we'll catch you back when I get all the plates.